All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Outlawz Show. So last year we kicked it off strong. Took a couple extra days off that we needed to just to get everything set. But this week we are coming with you guys super strong. We have Coach The Line in the house. Coach, how you doing?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm glad to be here.
Me too, me too. So tell us, what is this episode all about?
This episode, I think that's why we took a couple of days off. We wanted to find a format. So we don't try to start doing on Mondays. What we like to say is like our ranking. We don't start off with our power ranking, and then we don't throw something in like this today. We don't do a little mock draft. We don't do a mock draft. You know, you watch NFL Network, you see the power rankings, and we don't go off me, Outlaw. And I think we got a special guest for any given Sunday. He's not gonna be with us, but he's gonna be. He submitted some picks and stuff like that. So we're gonna start doing that, and what we might do, we might start reaching out to some of the community. But like I said, we just try and bring more content to you.
Yep, couldn't have said it any better. So yeah, any given Sunday, this submit us his top 32 mock since he is the league writer. So I appreciate him taking the time as well as you to do this. I know it's not easy. I know there's life happens, and we're trying to give these guys the best possible setup for the league. So my applause to you guys.
Man, that ain't nothing. You already know where I stand at. But like I said, we don't try to get more interactive. What I bring to the table is a little bit more. I have a drive. We have a drive. That's why I love this man community. But we all are in it, to make an impact, and we want to get more eyes on it. So, God, I start reaching out. We don't me, OG, or any given Sunday, we might start reaching out and say, hey, what you think about this or that? So, don't be scared to hit us up or reach out.
Yeah, I have Detroit Lions J Book said that he wants to be on a few episodes, so we might run some with him as well. But all it takes is for you guys to open your mouth and be like, "Hey, I am not camera shy. I don't mind being on the camera. As soon as you give me that go, hey, it's a go." So we'll find an episode for you guys to be in, whether it be with me and the line or whether it be me and you. But just make sure that you guys can be accountable for the time that you give me, because this is a TV show and we're trying to treat it as such. So just please make sure that you guys are able to show up. I know stuff happens in life, but give me an advance warning so I can try to either replace you with somebody else or run it solo. But yeah, that's a long ass intro. I forgot to play my warning, so let me play my warning right now. So the following program is a collection of stooges talking about the happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic, informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN, aka OGCFM. There may be some cuss words because that's now how humans talk in real life. If you are young, please seek the permission of before watching further. Cheers, the Outlaws family. All right, so let's get this ball rolling. And like you said, we will start with the power rankings. So let me fix this screen real quick while we do that. The power rankings, the way that we did it was we both submitted this year's current power rankings as of week 15. And then we're predicting on the second term where you guys see the two lines. I'll basically shake it around. Give me 1 second. You're gonna see our predictions for next season as well. So 1 second, please. This one. Get this shorter.
We look good. We look good.
All right. So
Nope.
the
Go
number
ahead, big dog.
the number that's in teal, that directly to the right of it, that is the current league standings. The second, where it says next season, obviously next season, that's where Coach the Lion on the left is predicting his people to be at. On the right, it's my predictions. So walk us through your power rankings line and let us know why currently they're at where they're at for this season, and then we'll roll back and start next season after.
All right, so you said mine's on the right
Yeah.
or the left?
Shit. Let me see. Yours gonna be on the
Yeah,
left.
left. Okay. So I basically went with I don't watch most of the users. You know what y'all? I stay up all night. I work. I work a lot. That's why OG be laughing at me all the time. I'm going out basically what I see. What I seen. Man, the Titans are a juggernaut. And the funny thing about it is, it's a family affair. Inside, that's an inside joke because that was another family thing we were talking about earlier. But I seen Banky and his brother Jake, who should be in the league. We should look at bringing him to the Broncos because my God, they're very talented. On the 49ers, let me tell you something. Dude plays some football. I really like his game. I like how he plays. He don't have no big. He don't really need big names. He's doing this. If you look at his roster, he's doing this with no big names really. The Bengals is a monster. I think the Bengals, I almost put him number 2. But like I said, I really respect what the 49 do. Colts, you know, the Colts is my guy. I like how he plays when he runs the ball. I just love his style. KC, you can't say enough about KC. That was my introduction to OG, to the league right there. He beat the snot out of me. I had to go figure everything out. The Vikings, I love what the Vikings do, even though you know he's one of the most controversial people in the world. But he plays good football. You know, you gotta love his game. He does it very unorthodox. The Jets, when the Jets is locked in, he's probably one of the top guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot my darn commander. The Commanders are somebody people should respect a lot more. That's just me being honest with you. He played really good football. The Steelers, I think the Steelers. A lot of people don't like the Steelers because he's going to talk. He's going to talk. He's going to say whatever he needs to say, and I respect it. He made when we play our game. I didn't like it. I loved it. You know, I'm a football coach. I'm a junk talker. I like that stuff, man. But I really respect his game. The Rams, like I said, we got a bunch of great users. Like I thought when you got middle of the pack, and OG, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think that middle of the pack, you could switch it up anyway. And it's like once you get out like 1 through 8, it's a toss up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Steelers, I think he's a top 14 if he really locks in. But that's just my opinion. And I think the Jets, once he relaxed, he's dangerous, man. But it's a lot of good football teams. But that was just my thing for this year.
Okay, so that's your top 10. I'm gonna go with my top 10. I got Tennessee sitting at top. Obviously, he won the ship last season. He's gonna stay number 1 if he has 0 losses. I mean, that's just the way it goes. As Isaiah Young says, "Yo, what up?" Any given Sunday. Number 2, Cincinnati. I mean, let's give it for the guy. The guy had his quarterback suspended, had a backup in there, took it to the wire against the Steelers, and managed to pull off an upset with 12 seconds left. I mean, kudos to the Bengals. He's a different breed. I'll give you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. It doesn't matter who he's got at quarterback, he's gonna make it happen. Defense, he still needs to work on. His defense is kind of suspect, but that offense is getting him to the ship. I know a lot of people say defense wins championships. You guys saw that game against the Steelers, man. It doesn't matter about the defense. Doesn't matter about who's throwing the ball. This guy made an average Joe quarterback look amazing and pull off the victory to stay undefeated. So shout out to the Bengals on that one. 49ers, they're best friends with the Bengals, so obviously they lab. Um, Niners, I held him back, saying that he was a pretender at the start of the season. My mind got changed. I got him at 3 overall just because he's out there. We're not hearing him talk at all, just like the Bengals. They don't talk shit at all. Surprisingly, I mean, if I had a 13-1 record, bro, I would be out there talking like the Colts, making fake
Yeah.
tweets, trying to instigate stuff, trying to get into people's heads. That's what any given Sunday does really good out in the league. I love it. He goes in there, he starts
Him in
writing
the
all these fake tweets, and we'll get to it when he gets to the Jets. But I'll give you guys a little story about what happened with the Jets.
back.
But yeah, Niners third. If the Bengals lose, I'm gonna jump the Bengals and put the Niners up there. Let's see, for number 4, KC. You can't say too much about them. They're consistent. They're doing everything right. Give me one quick second. They're consistent. Doesn't matter who they face. I know they face the Colts. They're a high-powered offense. The Chiefs are, and obviously we know the defense how stingy they are for the Colts. So the game was tight all the way to the third quarter, and then a few mistakes happened by both teams, but the Colts just they did what they had to do to get the W at the end. But don't count the Chiefs out. I think the Chiefs are going to be one of the teams in the second or third round for sure. New York Jets. Now, my man's here's the story of what happened and why he got that third loss. So my man's was ready to go. He's like, okay, cool, let's go. Game's about to kick off in 5 minutes. 20 minutes later pass, nothing. He's already amped up by any given Sunday writing his little article. If you guys don't know, the Chargers, that's his brother in real life. So Patriots go to the Chargers, beat them, and then a couple of weeks later, he was looking for his payback, right? Like, hey, you know what? You're not gonna beat my brother and think you're gonna get away with it. All right. Everybody in the league had him penciled in with a W. No second thoughts. Colts, aka any given Sunday, goes and writes a fake tweet, gets the ball rolling. He's like, hey, um, I seen you took my brother out. I'm coming for that ass. Something in those regards. Jets looks at that. He's like, oh fuck, they're clowning me. Okay, cool. So fast forward to the day of the game. Hits him up. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Cool. Jets is over here pumped up in live chat with me and Lions. We're talking. He's like, bro, this guy is fucking taking longer than 5 minutes. Dude, you hit him up what, 30 minutes ago? Hour passes by, still nothing. Hour and 10, he goes to the assembly, does a couple edits for a team, comes back, he's ready. 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into 20 minutes, but at the end it started. So I think what the Patriots did in that game was psychological warfare against the Jets, basically just to try to take him off his game. And hey, it worked because the Patriots right now got them both in detention at home. But Jets is my fifth overall best team in the league. Colts would be there in the top 5 hands down. Only thing that I have with the Colts is his offense. His offense is one sided. He's trying to change it mid season as he goes into the playoffs. But once he faces a team that can stop that run, I mean, we saw it last game against the Chiefs. He was able to throw the ball, throw dots, but that's just my thing right there. If he faces a team like the Titans with that style
Mhm.
offense that he has, or Cincinnati, I don't know if he can get past that team. So that's why I have him at 6 right now. He has to show me a little bit more on offense that he can pass the ball, be more efficient, get more than 2,000 yards in one season, throw for more than freaking under 20 touchdowns in a year. That one interception, aka 2 now, that he threw on KC, that's unbelievable. But that's only because the quarterback's being restricted on how many passes he throws per game. So if you come into that game against the Colts, saying, "Hey, my number one thing is to stop that run." I'm pretty sure everybody can figure him out. Now, the only thing on the upside that they have is that defense. You can't plan for that defense, man. That defense got some screaming blitzes that they practice week in, week out.
All
Just this morning, what did he say to us? Oh man, I just figured out this new blitz play. Like it works with this style, bro. Who the fuck sits there and practices on a blitz for hours, my man, any given Sunday?
what he do.
So you guys want to know how he gets good? He figures stuff out with lab partners, and that's what the lab is for. Seventh, I got Washington. These guys are for real. I see him being the second best team in the NFC next to the Niners. Um, I see both of them facing off in the championship round if it's all possible. Saints got number 8, 9-4 record. They had a slide last week. This week they face the Panthers, I believe, but they're gonna get a forced win because the Panthers can't be there. So we'll see what happens the following week when they play the Eagles, I believe. Number 9, the Vikings. They are starting to struggle a lot. The Bears faced them a couple weeks ago, and they were up 14-0, 21-7 in the first half. And the Bears managed to make it a game, came back and lost by 3 points in the fourth quarter. 2 pick sixes by the Bears. We would have been talking about them being 9-6 right now, but shout out to that user. We were stopping the screens, we were stopping his out routes, we were locking everything down pretty much. The run game, we let him run as much as he wanted to so he can waste clock. Pass game though, we had that stuff on lock. So if you're able to control the reverses, the out routes that they tend to do 90% of the game, and that verticals offense that he runs about 99% of the game. I mean, every drive he's running verticals. It doesn't matter if it's first down, second down, third down, fourth down. He's got this verticals play where he shifts the outside receiver to the far out and tries to get that glitch to work where the cornerback starts dropping back, so it gives you a quick 10-yard gain automatically off the rip. We figured out how to lock that down thanks to YouTube. And it showcased that we gave up no deep passes to that route whatsoever. The route that did kill us though was the slot receiver where he goes straight up. I mean, it's pick your poison, either take the left or the right, but I took the outside instead. Eagles, 8-6. They were one of the teams that were listed as potentially not making the playoffs. Them and the Steelers both shut us up. Both of them are sitting with the same record, 8-6. Respectively, either one of them could have gone to 10th. The reason the Steelers did not is because they're about to face a 2-game suspension next week, along with the Saints. Oh no, not the Saints. There's another team out there that's not streaming.
Yeah, no, it's the Saints.
Okay, so them and the Saints are about to face a 2-player, 2-game suspension for breaking the streaming policy. Steelers said, "Hey, yeah, my streams do save." We're like, "All right, cool. You got 24 hours to update and post it." 24 hours came, it's not posted, so the suspensions are going to be official. Both teams are going to lose their starting quarterback and their starting receiver. So whoever's got the most stats out of those 2 teams, respectively, will be getting hit with a suspension for the streaming violation. As we told you guys, what was it, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, week 8, week 7? Please make sure your stuff is saved and automatically post, because we're not playing no more. A lot of people are out here doing what they want to do. That stuff stops now. There's a system in place, and if all 31 teams are following it, I'm not gonna allow you guys to not do it. So that's my top 10. Let's move down to the next top 10 for you.
All right. So the next one, I got the Eagles at 11. Like I said, most of mine are, I went on Neon, look at records, and then I just started going off what I thought where people deserve. I like how the Eagles play, but I feel like he's one of the ones who could get in that top 5, top 10. The Cardinals at 12. I feel like the Cards. I feel like he should be higher, but I just went off. I was like, you know what? Let me just do this. The Saints. Some people had the Saints very high. I play the Saints user. I like his play style because the running backs, how he played with his 2 running backs. He don't really use Kamara only. He uses him only when he needs to. But he's a pretty good user, so I respect it. The Packers. The Packers are up and coming. That one. He's one of my homeboys. Somebody I know, and I'm glad he finally got everything started rolling in the league. So, Packers is a very dangerous team. He's somebody who, if he get in the playoffs, he can make a run. The Lions at 15. That's another team. It's a lot of teams. That division is very tough. Like I said, I like how he plays this game as well. Mr. Fumbling himself on the Brown.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I don't think once he saw that issue with the fumbling, he's gonna be dangerous. The reason why he's high, I like is the smack talk, man. I like him. He's not scared of none of y'all, and he wants to smoke. He likes playing the Steelers. Him and Steelers went at it in the live chat. That was funny. I woke up to that. I was like, wow, what's going on? I said, okay. But he's a really good user. 17, the Panthers. I think this guy, once you figure out what he really wants to do with that team, he's gonna be dangerous. He's he's a sleeping giant. Like, if you haven't played the Panthers, just know he knows what he's doing. He runs a lot of tight formation, which everybody does, but he's dangerous. The Houston Texans, I like how he runs the ball. He got very dangerous offense. So, like I said, 19 right here, the Ravens. Unfortunately, we looking for a new user for him.
We got one.
But we got one. Yeah, we got one. The new guy. I haven't seen him play yet, so I just went off what we saw with the other person. That's a very dangerous team. I like that roster. I'm looking forward to see what the new guy to do. 20, the man who broke up the Jets and Chargers household over here, the Patriots. I like him. He moved up on my spectrum because after he beat the Jets, I forgot what they said. He said, and he have made my boy Jets go up the wall. And to me, that was funny. It was hilarious. But he's gonna be really good. I think now that he's figuring out the lead and stuff like that, he's putting everybody on notice. So he's a very good. He's gonna give us a tough run in that division.
Yeah, acquiring Kenny Pickett, that was a big move for him. That's
Yeah.
That's what helped him beat the 2 teams. I mean, with Watson, we saw what he was doing. First game with Pickett, gets dubs back to back. So
Yeah.
hell of a job by the Patriots. My 11th is, like we talked about, the Steelers. Simple fact, because he's about to get 2 players suspended in back to back games for violating the streaming policy. So I don't see him. I mean, Artie is his guy. He got rid of Pickett, so now he's got no real second quarterback. So that's gonna potentially hurt him big time. And most likely it's gonna be Pickens that gets suspended, the receiver. So right there, you're taking away two key components of his team. I mean, he did get what was that receiver's name?
Joe. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
it called?
that guy.
Yeah.
The one with 2 last names with the hyphen.
Yeah, Smith. Yes.
The Rams, surprisingly, they came into the league fresh this year. We didn't have high hopes for them because the last user effed up the team big time. But hey, man, this guy's been Bo Nix crazy. He asked me, he's like, "Hey, man, how much do I have to pay in real money to get his throwing motion switched?" I was like, "Brother, we told you guys from day one, you guys can switch your slinger one if you guys want to." Oh, what? Are you serious? I didn't know that. So now that he did that move, expect him to tear up the league. If he was doing good with the old throw motion, Slinger One, as you guys all know, the best release in Madden 24. Actually, the past 5 Maddens, I believe.
My man
Just
say he about to give you $115 for Slinger One.
no, he was like, "Hey
That,
man, how much is it? 5, 10, 15?" I was like, "Bro, keep your money. It's free." I was like, "I appreciate you asking to buy it, but we're not that type. Like, no, do your thing." Green Bay Packers sitting at 7-7, surprising everybody. They started off really hot, got kind of intermediate in the middle of the schedule. They face Chicago next week, the game of the week. So we're actually looking for a spoiler role here against the Packers, just like happened in real life, where the Packers actually went to the playoffs. The Bears lost yesterday. We're looking to take that and use it as motivation and beat these Packers and get our get back for the first week. We technically lost our game ourselves by throwing freaking 2 pick sixes in that game. Final score being he won by 2 scores. So uh, Detroit Lions coach J Bugs is he's getting it. Um, I think he started Hooker half the games now, and then the rookie quarterback that he signed half the games. So I think he's trying to feel out Hooker. But if he would have started with Hooker right off rip, he would have had a way better record. That team is built around speed, speed, and more speed. So next season, I see him having a better record than that. Carolina, like you said, he's got to figure out that team. That team was already pre-built for a Super Bowl. Um, it didn't fit his play style, so obviously he had to make some moves. But I see him competing next year for sure. Texans, yeah, I didn't like that little scare move that he pulled. He had to play Tennessee last week, and
oh yeah.
he just told him, "You can have the force win, bro. I'm good." Even though he was in the mix, 6-6 record. So I didn't like that. I think he's playing scared in that division, and if that's how you're gonna play, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see you going higher than third. Uh, you call them fumbleitis. That team, the Browns. Browns has been top offense the past 3 seasons, hands down. Like the man can play offense. His biggest downfall is playing defense. But I feel like if he starts labbing up some good defensive coaches, I think he'll get that ball turned around and potentially be a top, not top, but maybe let me cancel that. He'll probably be second best in that division. I can see him since he currently owns the Steelers right now. He beat them 4 times and lost only 3. I feel like the Browns can have that division easily. The Cardinals being at 18 is surprising to me. My man's was in the Super Bowl back in Madden 23. Um, Came into this season into Madden 24 hot, and then this year he just fizzled out. 6-8 record. He did take 2 forced losses, so that can play a little bit of a part. But I mean, 8 losses total. That not sure. And he's also scared of his division rival 49ers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta play him. I got to lose." So he's starting with that mentality right off rip. Of course, you're gonna lose. The Chargers, surprising team, 6-8 with that old school roster that they have. I mean, he's making a lot of moves, getting key pieces to fill the gaps, just like Jacksonville is. So I see them if they have a good draft this year. I see them potentially being second best in that division. next to KC. I don't see the Raiders doing anything good, or Patriots just put your division on notice. So he said, you know what? I got 5 wins under my belt. Out of the 5, only 4 are mine. One being against you, I think, and then
Yeah.
one being against the Jets. So he took down the 2 powerhouses in that division. So I don't know, man. Kenny Pickett next year, if he has a good draft, I could potentially see him being number 1. What? What's Isaiah like saying? Any given Sunday? Hot take, hot take.
Hot take, hot take.
But that's my 11 to 20. And let's finish it off with 21 to 32. All you.
All right. So 21, I got the Chargers. Like I said, like we just all been saying about him. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think once he gets this year under his belt, he's gonna be somebody you gotta watch for. 22, I got the Dolphins. The Dolphins offense is pretty good, but he has no O line to save his life. Like I think his whole right side is terrible. Um, the Bears, I got the Bears coming. I think, like I said, like I tell everybody, if you watch OG play, I think OG right now he knows what he wants to do with his team, but he just messing around and trying to see what all he can do. So he already know, he done lost some games that he shouldn't have lost. So he like, you know what, bump it. The Seahawks at 24. Once he figured out what he wants to do with that offense, I think he'll be all right. He got a good quarterback, but he has no weapons for him. But you'll see in the mock draft when we do it, I think if he do some things and make some offseason moves, he'd be good. 25, I got myself. Honestly, I think I should be lower, but I think my biggest problem was my defense. It's not my offense. Well, I throw crazy picks, but like they're crazy and some of the most outlandish. But my defense, once I think I need like 2 pieces. Once I get 2 pieces and I get Von Miller out of there, we'll be all right. The Cowboys, praise God to him. I'm not gonna talk bad about him because he gave me the future. So, he just right there. He's gonna get everything straight once he figure out how to play with old Josh Allen. Falcons, prayers up always to him. I think once he gets back active, he'll be all right, and he figure out what he want to do with his offense. The Bucks, this is one, and this is no shot at the user. You'll see when we do the mock draft, if you ever go on Neon Sports and look at his roster, I think he just got to figure out, do the team fit his style? I don't think they fit what he wants to do. And I think that's why he's struggling, to be honest with you. The Giants, I'm honest to God, I'm going to tell you, I just think this guy, he did not deserve to be down here. If you actually watch him play, he's pretty good. I think he's just trying to get pieces that he needs. At 30, we got the Raiders. Once he figure out his quarterback situation, I think he'll be all right. Like I said, most of these teams down here just got to figure things out. 31, I got the Jags because he's new, and I think he just trying to ride it out. Just hey, I'm gonna get my picks. Where I'm at 32. Because this is a CPU now, unfortunately, because we were doing the jumping and pitching. So that's why right. But yeah, that's pretty much mine's right there.
All right, my 21 is the Dolphins. Like you said, you hit it right in the coffin. The offensive line, if he gets that situated in this draft, he's going to be golden. Free agency, whatever the case may be. If he tackles that next year, he's going to be pretty good. Ravens, we got a new user. He's trying to make it in the streaming world with a whole bunch of streams. I was watching a few of his streams, and dude is hilarious. So I can't wait to see how he reacts to his league games. But the Bears, if you guys watched my last game, me and the Giants, we were both trying to lose the game so freaking bad, to the point where the entire game I'm saying, because Lion was in the chat, I'm like, bro, my team is man coverage. That's what I built my team as. But I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can do a mixture of zone with my team. So the entire game I'm getting smoked, and I'm happy with it because I'm trying to figure out now. So next season comes, I already know, okay, who can play zone out of my four corners, who can't, what linebackers do I have to replace, what's my status in the NFL draft since I have 3 first-round picks. Do I go cornerback? Do I go linebacker? So basically, these next few games that we have left, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what pieces I need, what pieces I need to replace, what I can trade away, what I can get back for that. So the score was crazy, 63 to 58 or 59. First time ever I give up so many points in this season, and it was all because we're both trying to figure out what we need piece wise. Um, but yeah, that's where it stands. Rumors have it that the Bears will be taking Arch Manning first round pick, as we'll talk in the future
Uh-oh.
about that. And we'll tell you why when that segment comes. Falcons needs a quarterback. Trey Lance is not the guy for him. He wanted it to. X factored him, 25 years old, but he's not the guy for him. There's still a lot of more developing as far as throw power, uh, deep, short, middle, throw on the run, awareness. So he needs a lot of work there. So what he's looking to do is trade his top 6 pick or top 5, whatever he is, top 7, in order to acquire a quarterback. So if anybody out there has a quarterback, my man is listening. I know he's not with us right now. He's tending to, funeral services and all that good stuff. But give him a holler and stuff. He might be able to respond to you whenever he gets free. 25, we have the Bills. And if you guys watched last night's game against the Dolphins, I'm about to call Coach Lyon and be like, bro, stop throwing picks in the end zone. Like, what the freak? Like, it felt like I was watching Coach Lyon back to back to back drives in the red zone, interception in the end zone, another interception in the end zone, a fumble in the end zone or in the red zone. I'm just like, what the fuck? He's playing like the actual user is, and now we see why he's having issues with that team, because it's not the user, it's the actual quarterback himself that is throwing crazy throws. Like, I don't know what's wrong with his accuracy if he's trying to do too much in real life, but he got shipped out to Dallas. Dallas hopefully can change that. Um, I think he actually can because he's got the pieces out there, but we'll see. Seahawks, I hate that bastard. I hate him with the passion. This guy killed me with freaking 88 speed tight ends. Like, what? I don't know how he's doing his offense, to be honest, but it's working. And bro, it's eye opening because he's got tight ends lined up as receivers because he only has 3 actual receivers. So the 4 slot, the tight end slot, they go to tight ends obviously, and he's making those boys 6'6", 6'7", go out there and just moss any man corner coverage that you put on them. You could put man, you could put zone, you could put a mixture of man and zone on the out routes, and somehow he keeps getting them. So I see him, if he drafts good this year, I see him making a move. Dallas, bro, that team got set up to win. We were playing Call of Duty a couple days ago, and he's like, bro, I'm gonna be so mad if I leave the league and somebody takes my team and they win the Super Bowl with this team. I'm like, bro, that team is built to win. Like, you got 2 defensive ends that you picked up in the first top 10 that are just killing the league right now. You got all these young corners, you got all these young receivers. Like, bro, you got the future. Now getting Josh Allen next season, I see him getting more wins than what he got this year for sure. Tampa is just Tampa. I love the kid. He's hilarious. He was in our draft party, I think both seasons, and bro, he he was just clowning. So I feel like he's trying to figure out what the mold of that team. I know it's taking 3 seasons. Look at the Bears, look at the Cowboys, look at the Bills. Like it's taking time to figure out their team, but once they get it right, man, it's gonna be a scary team. The Giants, like you said it, they shouldn't even be down here, bro. Not at all. They got skills. It's just him having been, what was it? He was out on leave for I think 2 or 3 weeks due to getting redeployed to a different unit,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and that unit had no internet, so he wasn't able to play his games. So right there, that was like 4 or 5 losses that they took. Coming back from that, he's like, you know what, F it. My season's done. Why am I even gonna try? Let me just go out there and try to, put some stats up, get my quarterback better for next year. And I mean, he's doing a hell of a job. I hated the fact that he went on goal line defense when I had the ball because I didn't pay attention to it until I hiked it and I threw it. I'm like, fuck, he's on goal line goal line defense. So I'm like, okay. Oakland or Las Vegas, my bad. I have no idea what's going on with that user. To be honest, he's got a stacked team. They won 16-1 the year before. I guess KJ is not his quarterback. I don't know. So we'll see what he does in the draft. But he needs receivers. He needs defense. Essentially a quarterback. Jacksonville is just Jacksonville. They got almost no weapons in that team. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he trades away more picks for players that are veterans, or what he does in free agency because he needs to get a quarterback for sure. I don't know if his quarterback right now is gonna be the future. Although he signed for the future, already got a stud in Tyreek Stevenson, so he can build off of that with his other young corner that got an X factor. So he's got a few pieces at the corners, and the safety. So we'll see what he does with the D line, the linebackers, and Denver. We're gonna try to get a user when we hit the playoffs. Right now, we told our recruiters not to recruit for that team because them having a 9-4 record, we're gonna get them out the playoffs by just force lossing them. So that's kind of where my top 32 are. Your top 32. You want to talk about next season stats? See where they're gonna be at. Your predictions.
Yeah, we'll talk about next season. So next season we make this one good. So next season, I see some of the similar. I see that top. I think I made one move. I think the Vikings could pop up and replace where the Commanders at. I see the Steelers come in, take it. Coming up at number 7. The Commanders going 8. Um, like I said, Jets. Like I said, the Jets and the Cardinals. I feel like the Cardinals are a top 10 team as well. I see, the Packers moving, making a big jump from 14 to 11. The Bears, from 23 all the way to 12. And then I see myself coming from that 25 to 13. Like I told everybody, I think I don't figure everything out. That bottom, my bottom, and you scroll down to my bottom, it's like I haven't seen like the Broncos. I don't have them right there at 32 for right now. I don't have the Ravens at 31 because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them play. It's no offense. You know what I'm saying? We don't go off facts. So I haven't seen. That's why I have them right there. I still got the Seahawks at that 30 because I brought them down 30 because I really don't think the user really know what you want to do with that team. The Raiders, he's another one I just don't do. And I have the Dolphins. This is to motivate him. I have him down here because if he don't get a line, ain't no way he's gonna win that many games in our division. But that's just where I see, I ain't want to go too far in depth. I think I see I got the Pats taking a push. I think our division is gonna probably be one of the best ones. Especially the Dolphins figure out his own line situation because he's pretty decent. So that's on you, OG. Let me see what you got. I think I got you. Oh, you got yourself higher than where I got you. That's what I'm talking about. Mute, you mute.
Oh shit. All right, so my
There we
fault.
go.
Top 8 remained the same. Number 9, I gave myself ninth just because of my passing. I finally found my pass playbook. It took me 4 custom playbooks to make to finally figure it out. In Xbox, I was always top 3 in passing, so I kind of feel like I'm gonna be able to achieve that now here in PlayStation. Minnesota, I put them right below me for the simple fact of the last game that we just had, where we clamped down what they like to do. So they're gonna have to obviously adjust next year and run a different type of scheme. But we feel confident enough to catapult everybody in that division and take the crown next year. And that's hot take. That's shots fired. That's put a target on my back. NFC North. We want
We
the
like
smoke. Bring it, because next year we ain't clowning. Um, Pittsburgh is going to remain 11th for the simple fact of what we talked about. The Browns trying to figure out their team. I know the Steelers just picked up that extra receiver, so that's going to be a threat. And having Pickens in the slot, that's going to be kind of tough, but it's easy to contain. It all depends on how you shift your team around. The Rams, I see them making the playoffs next year at 12. Packers, the same thing. Um, I see 3 teams coming out of the NFC North next year. Let's see. The Eagles got them at 14th. Panthers are staying the same. Texans staying the same. Browns staying the same. If he doesn't figure out that defense, he's going to remain the same. If he does figure it out, potentially number 11 up with the Steelers. Cardinals, I don't know if he's going to be able to change everything around in one season. It may take him two seasons to get that changed, depending on the trades that he makes. Chargers, I still see him doing about the same record. Patriots, I put him at the same just because I feel you guys are both going to get better in that division. Dolphins right behind him. Baltimore, Detroit, Atlanta, Buffalo. I got you kind of where you're at right now. I'm not sure if this year is going to be enough for you to figure out your offense and defense. I think you still need one more season. Next season is your year 3, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think you need 3 seasons basically to figure out your team, and then by year 4, you're going to be a top contender. Seattle stays the same. Dallas stays the same. Tampa, Jets, or Giants, Raiders. So everybody else remains the same, in my opinion. So that's my top rankings for next year.
Gotta
Now,
respect that.
now we go back to the mock draft. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Let me realign this real quick. Started.
Hey, this mock draft, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it was tough.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this one out. Do yours and then over to the Yeah, we could. All right, let's break it down. So you have your draft,
So
mock draft.
yeah.
Tell us how you came about that.
Mhm. All right, so 1 through 10. So the Bears, I got them taking Jordan Hall. So, rumors is it, even though he's just said about Arch, the thing that when you look at these teams, so I put myself in the GM suit, right? He said he want to get rid of Vita Vea. So Jordan Hall is probably the best defense tackle available. So that's why I went with him. Raiders. Um, Behind him, I'm not taking the eye candy with Zachary Branch. I saw was 5'10". That's all I saw, 5'10". I think he don't go Carnell Tate because I'm pretty sure Devontae's getting older and it's time to start exploring different things. I got the Giants taking Zachariah Branch. I think he gets some more speed because just look at how he plays. That's another dangerous receiver weapon with height and all of them. Bucks, I got him taking Keon Keeley, the defense end. I think Keon is probably somebody who can help change that defense for him. And like I said, you look at the Bucks roster, they really not much they need right there. All right. So then I got the 49ers, the team that really don't need much. And they got blessed for me, which hopefully I turn my play up and we don't have that pick right there. But I got him taking, secondary help. I think that's all he need to do is fix his corners. So I got him taking Desmond Rich. Desmond Rich would be a good slot corner for him to do a lot of stuff for him right there. So I got the Dolphins at 6 right now. And like me and OG said, I got him taking the best offensive lineman available right there, Caden Proctor. So that's why I picked right there. I got the Ravens taking it Tavares Ross at the cornerback. I think all the Ravens need to do right here is just find a slot corner. And I think that's why the Desmond Rich, if he goes 5, that's what they're going to do. But like I said, if I turn it up, I can take this spot and you might have your guy right there. I got the Falcons taking Archman, the best quarterback available. Unless OG do what he says he's gonna do, if he does that, then you go with the second best, or you just trade up. So if OG do that, I'm the Falcons calling the Bears and saying, hey, what can I do to get that number 1 pick? That's what I would do. The Cowboys at number 9. I'm taking Baron Brown. So just give me another threat. Just give me another threat down the field. I felt like that's what he needed. There's 2 things the Bills need. We need to get rid of Von Miller, and we need to replace him. So let's say if I'm not gonna murder this guy's name, if he's not, we go either right in or we go free safety, and that's how I felt. But for this one, I was like, I need to replace Von Miller. So that's why I went with that. All right, on you.
Okay. Actually, let's do your full 32 so that way I can go to the next one.
Oh yeah, I go through my whole 32. Okay, so then go 11 through 20.
Yep.
All right, so 11, I got the Seahawks. So this guy is another person. There's not really a big name receiver I would go right here. If I would go Rocco Mason. But I said, let me go get the best tight end. Colton Perry, he is a gem. I would go ahead and get him. So then I went to the Ravens at number 12. I said, all right, so I got my corner. So let's go get a safety. So I put Alex Lawdale right there. So then the Chargers, I look at his roster, I said, how can we make this more exotic? So I asked it. So I was like, I'll probably go reach for Rocco Mason. I felt like that would be a good pick. The Texans, New flash alert. This is the gym right here. This is the gym at 14. This is probably going to be a hidden and develop, and he possibly might be the best defensive lineman in the draft. Xavier Asterix. He's a very dynamic. You go look at his stats. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was a B at block shed, and everything else was either B or A. So you need to know what you're looking at when you're looking at these D linemen. I got the Panthers choosing Anthony Hill Jr. I'm not playing the outside linebacker. I'm him. Put him in the middle of the field. That's just me. So that's why I made that pick. I got the Bucks taking Wayne McFarland O-line. You know, everybody needs some O-line help. The Packers, Bands. I know Bands very personally. This is like I said, he's one good friend of mine. He don't like Jordan Love. Jordan Love balling for him right now, but I got him taking Malachi Nelson. He look at Neon Jordan Love is on the blocks, and he's gonna look for more picks. That's how he is, and he is a draft guru, so he's gonna try to find what he could get. I got the Lions taking Kai Flanagan right here, cornerback. I think the Lions, like I said, his offense not really that bad. I think he just need to improve his defense. Now here is the person that I think the Bears would get right here. He's not going to tell y'all, but Thomas Cummins, because the Bears is the cornerback guru. He have produced more cornerbacks than anybody because he'll boost them up and then he'll ship them off. That's what OG do. I don't know why he do that, but I be laughing at him every time. Then I got the Rams taking Philip Moore. I don't really think the Rams really need too much help on offense. I think he just need help replace some stuff on defensive end. All right. Here we go 21 to 30. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so I got the Eagles taking a free safety. I think, like I said, when I look at most of these teams, some of these rosters, this is when it start getting shaky. When you agree, OG, this is when it start. You look at the rosters, you're like, wow, what do you need to do? I would tell you a team that's very high that y'all need to call the number 4 pick, the Bucks. The Bucks have a very in-depth roster, and it's some pieces that you should offer for that number 4 pick or that top pick if you want, because they have pieces. But it's just one of them things you don't know. So I look at the Eagles. I say, they really don't need too much. So I say, let's go get the free safety, Jamie Gasson. I think that's somebody who can help. Now the Ravens with another steal of the draft right here. This dude, Dylan Edwards, is probably one of the top running backs in the draft. The reason why I pick him right here is because the Ravens have I think they got to pay both their running backs, Sam. I'm not mistaken. I think they got to pay both of them.
Yep.
I think so. I think he will maybe pay one of them and look for a replacement. That's just me. That's some insider trade. I got the Vikings taking Curtis Beverly. I think Curtis is probably the second best running back. If you watch how the Vikings play, I don't see the Vikings drafting another receiver right here. He only runs with the wide receiver or tight end. That's who catching the ball right there. And he runs the ball. He runs a lot of jet sweeps and a lot of that. That's his offense, and he's very good at his offense. Then we got the Bears right here. Pick up another receiver, Christian Woods. All you got to do is say this. Height. That's what the Bears like. He likes heights. So that's why I picked that right there. So, I know OG, me and OG talk a lot. I'm new to the community, but we have spoken a lot, and he likes them tall receivers. Then we got the Commanders here at 25, taking the second best tight end, Greg Bowens. Like I said, the Commanders really don't need much, but this is a weapon. I feel like he's a weapon for him. I got the Broncos at 26, but it probably don't be there because, like I said, the jump hurdle. So this should probably don't be somebody else pick right here. But as of right now, take an Eric Bernard. You look at that team, that's all they really need is safety help. They don't really have too many holes. All right, so then I look at the Saints. I got them taking an outside linebacker, Brandon Hartwell. Linebacker play is really very key. There's some gems in the middle linebacker, but you really don't want to reach for them because you'll still be able to get them in the third or fourth round. I didn't see nobody that worth a first round grade. That's why you see some of this offense like we did. Like if you're really looking for a defensive lineman, this is the draft for you because you got a bunch of right ends who can play D tackle. You got a bunch of D tackles who are true D tackles. You don't really have true left ends. You don't really have a lot of true left ends, guys. So really look at that. All right. You got a bunch of big, both you got it's defensive tackle heavy. When you say that, OG?
Yep. Very.
All right. So then we got the Chief. Um, just looking at his free agency, he might want to pick up he might want to draft a wide receiver. He could go one or two ways. You already know he ain't going to quarterback. You already know he ain't going to running back. You already know, like most people need backers. Most people need backers or secondary. But I say, you know what? What would not hurt him? Get another wide receiver. So I tell him taking Caleb Palmer right here at 28. All right. So then I got my boy the Jets. The Jets. I put Marshall Batch as a DB. I'm not mistaken. He is a free safety. I'm the Jets. I'm drafting him as my nickel corner, and I'm gonna put him at nickel. That's why I'm doing it. Go look at the stats, and you'll see why. Do we need? Yeah, yep. So then round it up. The Bengals. I got the Bengals taking Jamie Gatson at free safety. The reason so, like I said, this is another user. As you watch him play, he's not bad. I think he just need to improve. Like everybody said, the defense. Once you figure that, they're gonna be dangerous. Like he's just like the Vikings, but these guys are dangerous, right? At 31, got one of the most dangerous people in the league, the 49ers. I feel like the 49ers don't get a lot of respect like the Titans because everybody talk about the brotherly love the Titans get because like I said, you got a little brother doing what Big Brother did with Banky going, his brother step in. But the 49ers are pretty dangerous. They play really good football. Uh, he know what he do. He has a scheme that he sticks to. It's not a cheese scheme. This is something he developed and he's very good at. So he's very good at what he do. So I got him take Terrell Carrington, offensive lineman. And now, last but not least, the man who really don't need much. When you look at that Tennessee Titan team, you got to go and bank your head and figure out what would he do. He is a very cerebral assassin. He's Triple H. He's the Triple H. When Triple H wanted to run in the WWE, this is him right now. He's on the run. You can't do nothing. He's time to play the game. He ain't nothing. We're looking for somebody to knock him off, but at the end of the day, he's dangerous. So he could go one or two ways. I would not, and maybe because I know a little bit. Well, I don't know a little bit. I don't know him. If I was him, I would not make this pick. I'd have put this down for him. I would go get somebody to play against beside Woquan, but that would be a reach. And OG knows what I'm talking about. There's a middle linebacker. He's probably gonna be pretty decent, but you don't look at his height and you're like, ugh. But he is a nickel safety, and he plays middle linebacker, and he is great for the sub linebacker. And Banky, where he plays, that's probably where I think he would go. Wouldn't you agree right there, OG?
Yep. Keeping that one hidden
But
though. But that would be
yeah,
a
I'm gonna
perfect
keep it
ideal
hidden.
pick.
But so that's why I put Marcus Peppers. But it is middle linebacker that if three of them who are sub linebackers. All right.
Yep. All right, so now we're gonna go up and go to any given Sunday's picks. Let's see if I can do this.
This gonna be fun.
All right, I was gonna be able to do it. Give me a second. All right, so any given Sunday took the time to do this with us as well. His first pick overall was Jordan Hall for the Bears, D tackle. Raiders, Zachariah Branch, receiver. Giants, Keon Kelly, right end. Tampa Bay, Cornell Tate, receiver. San Fran's got him taking Desmond Ricks, cornerback.
Do not agree with the Dolphins pick.
Dolphins, Adepuju, Adewari, right end.
That O line is so terrible. He takes that in real life.
Yeah. Baltimore, he's got Tavares Ross, cornerback for the Ravens. Falcons, he's got him taking Arch Manning, quarterback. Dallas, he's got Caden Proctor, left tackle. Buffalo Bills, he's got Alex Lauderdale, free safety. The Seahawks, he's got Wayne McFarland, offensive lineman. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Baltimore, D'Angelo Wallace, cornerback. Chargers, Marcus Peppers, right end. Houston, he's got Colton Perry going to tight end. Texans. I don't know if he'll be there that late.
No, I don't think so.
Marquis Hunt going to the Panthers, wide receiver.
Wow.
Ty Flanagan going to Tampa, cornerback. Green Bay, he's got David Horn, D tackle, going to the Packers. He's got Casey Newton, left tackle, going to Detroit. Dylan Edwards, halfback, going to Chicago. Rocco Mason, wide receiver, going to the Rams. Thomas Cummings, cornerback, going to the Eagles. Calvin Easley, tight end, going to the Ravens. Philip Moorhead, defensive end, going to Minnesota. Luke McIntosh, strong safety, going to the Bears at pick 24.
Head scratcher.
Malaki Nelson, quarterback, going to Washington. Well, I don't know about that one there. I don't even know if he'll be there by then. Xavier Asterix, right end, going to Denver. If it was the old Denver user, possibly.
I don't think Asterisk don't be there that long.
Yeah. Greg Bowens, tight end, Saints, at pick 27. Brandon Williams, tight end, going to Chiefs. I can see that potentially happening.
I like that one.
Either receiver or tight end for him. Deion Jenkins, cornerback, going to the Jets. I think they're looking for the third piece, lock down that three cornerback backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Underwood, D tackle, going to the Bengals. Dylan Fletcher, cornerback, going to San Fran. We know San Fran loves that defense backfield. And then Jamie Gatson, free safety, going to Tennessee. A couple of head scratchers there.
Oh, yeah.
But that is any given Sunday's picks.
Let's see what you get.
Oh, I'm done here.
Real life. That's how busy I am.
Shit, I'm editing in real life right now. All right. Go back down.
Dangerous.
All right, so pick one. Coach Outlawz has Arch Manning coming to Chicago. We got Shador, so everybody's head scratching themselves like, why the hell does he need a quarterback? Well, I will explain to you guys why. As I crack open the Buzzball. I know you guys have them out there in your local liquor markets. 15% alcohol. Sponsor me, please. I will promote the shit out of you guys. Take a shot for this one before I say it. So the reason the Bears are going for Arch Manning is kind of like the setup that we have right now in the real NFL. So the Bears right now in real life are sitting on Caleb Williams, first draft pick overall. NFL is basically saying the professionals are saying that the Bears are going to get the most draft picks ever for that spot based on the generational talent that they're labeling Caleb to have. That's kind of what we're labeling Arch to have. And so right now there's not a lot of people calling us trying to make moves. So what we're going to do is we're going to strong arm the market. Our plan is to go, and what the Bears are doing is they're going to wait till the last minute to announce Fields is coming back to the Bears. Losing yesterday kind of helped us out a lot because now we got leverage as to where if we would have won, he would have stayed. So taking that L kind of helped out in the draft process. But the Bears are slated to get 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a third-round pick, and either Crosby from the Raiders or a player of our choice from the Redskins or the Commanders. So we're kind of looking at the same thing, and that's kind of what we're gonna emulate. Where we're looking for basically the bag for Arch Manning. Wowzers. So that's why the Bears are picking Arch Manning currently at number 1. Number 2, we got Zachariah Branch going to them. You hit it right where they needed it. Devontae Adams, 32 or 33 already, so they got to replace him. They got to give Nabers somebody else to basically stretch the field. Zachariah being 5'11", he could do that. Giants, Carnell Tate. So either Raiders take Tate or Branch. It's going to be a flip-flop, but both are taking a receiver. Buccaneers, they need O-line. Getting Proctor. 49ers are taking Desmond Ricks, cornerback. Like I said, they love their cornerbacks, so Desmond Ricks the perfect fit. They traded for Trey White. He's up in age already, so I think they want to have somebody ready for him once he starts decreasing in speed. Adepoju Adebawor going to Miami. I know they need O-line, but you can't pass up on D-line. D-line is what gives you the pressure. JJ can scramble. So I see them going defensively on the first round, maybe pick up a lineman or O-lineman or something on free agency, someone that's already established. I see them
Three. They need to pick up what, two?
Yeah,
two O-line?
Yep, 2 or 3. Which, by everybody's salary cap, it's possible.
Yeah.
Baltimore, I got them taking Tavares Ross, cornerback. Falcons, I got them taking Jordan Hall, D tackle. Not sure if he'll be there that late, but if he is, the Falcons, they can solidify that defensive line. As they're going to be losing the old guy. What's his name? 30.
Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell. So this will be the last year for Campbell and the Falcons team. They got to replace him with somebody just as good. Jordan Hall makes perfect sense. Dallas, Barry Brown. We know he loves his receivers. Maybe
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he can stretch the field. Maybe he can help out Allen right off rip. Buffalo, I see him taking Keon Kelly. Simple fact, they want to bring more pressure. This is a good project here. He really doesn't need that much work, and I feel like Keon will fit that scheme a lot more. Seahawks, Colton Perry, tight end. We know he loves his tight ends, so he'll take that.
The shade.
Yep. Baltimore, new user. I'm guessing he's probably gonna go defense because that safety spot is kind of opened up. There's no key player back there, so Alex Lauderdale makes perfect sense. Chargers, He just picked up a tight end from Chicago, Cole Kmet. I think he needs to pair him up with somebody that can stretch the field. Rocco Mason could be that guy. I got him taking him. Houston Texans, Xavier Asterix, defensive end. He needs a JJ Watt type of defensive end, Davian Clowney. Xavier is that guy, right off rip. How is he there at 14th? I don't know. He, some people may stretch to get him, but if they don't, Texans are gonna have a really good defensive end. Panthers, I see him going with Anthony Hill Jr., left outside linebacker. They need defensive help big time. They're giving up just as many points as they score. So that would be a perfect fit. Tampa Bay, thank you to that trade that they did with the Cardinals last year. Wayne McFarland, offensive lineman. That would be a good addition. Green Bay, looked at his contract for his quarterback. He has to be re-signed next year. He's asking for 100 plus mil. And based off of what you said when you were talking about the Packers, I don't see him paying anybody on that team 100 plus mil. So it is time to build up a different quarterback. Use whatever traits we have in the store to get that achieved. And Malaki Nelson, the new Green Bay Packers face. Detroit, Ty Flanagan makes good sense. They already have some speed cornerbacks, but Ty Flanagan is going to be ready to start off the rip. Essentially a high 70s overall with good speed. Chicago, I got Thomas Cummings going to them. Chicago loves the cornerbacks. Like you said, we like to produce them and ship them out. Reason we do that is just because we can. We know how to train them in training camp, and by week 8, week 9, they're already like really good. And so it's always fun to get draft picks for cornerbacks that you build and see how they perform with other teams. 20, the Rams, I think they're going for Philip Moorhead, defensive end. Like you said, they need that defensive pressure. They like running cover zero a lot. And what I mean a lot, it's about 90% of their game plan. So Philip Moorhead will be that defensive end that can just come in there and start applying pressure without a blitz. Eagles, I got them going for Jamie Gatson, free safety. Obviously, the defense for the Eagles was stacked off of Madden, but with all the moves that they made, where they traded a whole bunch of key pieces to free up salary cap, I feel like now they got to reinvent that defense again and try to plug in potential rookies to get them over the hump of being an 8-6 type of team. Baltimore, new user, like I said, they might go running back here and get Dylan Edwards. Like you said, they have 2 running backs that they got to sign. I seen that. There's no way in hell they're going to sign both of them because they're both going to ask for number 1 contracts. So I don't see that happening with the Eagles. So let's go out there and draft a rookie, get him at the cheap contract for 4 years, and see what or hold on, Jamie Gatson is a free safety. My bad. What was I talking about? The Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's a free
Take
safety.
another step. You good? No, you talking about the Steelers. You talking about the Ravens taking Dylan Edwards. You good?
Yeah. Minnesota, I got them going for Curtis Beverly. You hit it right in. Their offense, like I said earlier, in the power rankings, they're getting figured out so quickly the first season that they're gonna have to change up year 2 their scheme. If they come with year 2, and the benefit that they had was brand new user, nobody knows anything about them, nobody's got any film, so they had the advantage coming into the league. Now that there's 15 weeks worth of tape, everybody kind of knows the tendencies that they like doing. So now they're attacking those screens, the reverses, the what's it called? The verticals. So now they're
Mhm.
keying in on all those formations. Okay, you know what? My run game's not that great. Let me pick up a running back that can get me a two-headed monster set up and potentially be good. Um, Pick 24, the Bears are going to be taking cornerback Walt Spencer, 6'1". Like I said, they love getting cornerbacks. They don't mind picking them up anywhere they can. Washington, Greg Bowens, tight end. I feel like he's gonna end up in that far down. And Commanders, if they pick up a tight end that can actually produce for them, that's a Sam Howell's gonna have a field day out there. Broncos, they need a safety. Eric Bernard makes perfect sense. He should draft or drop that far back in the draft. So
Yeah.
expect him to be there for the Broncos if we get a new user on time, which we should.
Mhm.
Saints, Brandon Hartwell, outside linebacker. He's a beast. Um, and he will be there for sure. So if he picks him up, he's gonna have that outside linebacker slash defensive end type of player that he can use. Caleb Palmer goes to the Chiefs, wide receiver. You can never have too many receivers out there, and that just makes perfect sense, like the Lions said.
Mhm.
Um, Marshall Batch, defensive back for the Jets. He's trying to find that next cornerback that's going to be shut down man corner next to Sauce Gardner and did you get what was the other cornerback? Dude, I forgot who I traded him.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot.
dang,
But that's what he's going to need out there. The Bengals are going to go for Jamie Gatson, free safety. I feel like that's going to be one of the pieces that they need early in the draft. Start getting that defense under control. 49ers, Tyrell Carrington, offensive line. I think they need to protect their newly acquired quarterback Malik Willis, and if they can develop him real quick, he could be dangerous back there with all this time.
Mhm.
And then Marcus Peppers, defensive lineman, going to the Titans. Only reason I got Peppers going to them is because they're about to lose Aaron Donald, so they need somebody young that they can develop. And you see that front line for the Titans all have some type of image underneath their name, whether it be superstar, star, X Factor. So Marcus Peppers may be the next X Factor that they add, based off of the store. So that's why I got Peppers going to that team. What's your uh what's your thoughts so far on all the draft mocks that we did?
It looked like everybody except MGM Sunday was on the same page. Now play, but nah,
Hmm.
it was pretty good. I think we all like it's still to go anyway. But I like yours. I like yours. I like some of the stuff any given Sunday said. It just like I said, I don't think that a lot of them will be there what he was saying. Like I just don't think that they would be where where he thought they would be,
Yeah, I agree.
to be honest.
Yeah, the one that kind of threw me off was both you guys picked running backs for the Bears. I
Uh,
was just like, why would they do that? Not sure.
no, that was funny. He said that that you need something. That you getting ready to ETN. That's what he said.
No, ETN staying with us.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Trying to
But
see if
now I like both of them. I like all of them.
I can get them all on the screen. Should be able to now.
I think me and yours were pretty much neck and neck to an extent.
Yeah, we were aligned pretty well. All right, so let's see what we had.
Yeah.
All right, so we both you guys had Jordan Hall going first round. Both of us, me and Any Given Sunday, had Zachariah going first round. Keon Kelly, all three of us had a different third round pick, a different fourth round pick. Fifth round, we're all the same, or yeah, fifth round or fifth pick. Six, two of us had the same. All three of us had 7 right. Two of you guys had Arch going 8th. Both of us, me and you, had Barry and Brown going 9. Different picks for number 10. 11, Seattle has the same one for 2 of us. Baltimore has the same ones. Me and you got the same for the Chargers. Same for the Texans. Same for the Cardinals. Same for the Bucks. Packers. Yeah, so we're pretty much in the same war room.
Yeah. Like I said, the only person I felt like was in his own. He give it Sunday, but it was funny.
Hey man, that's a good take though. We'll see which
Yeah.
one of the 3 are close to being accurate. Then we can go from there. But yeah, what's on tomorrow's episode? What are we chopping up tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're gonna talk about game of the week. We're gonna do the weekly updates, and we don't talk about week 15. We don't talk about week 15. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the gamers of the week, and we'll probably give an update from there.
Okay. All right, so make sure you guys gear up for the games of the week for tomorrow. We got some pretty good ones. As the Bears and the Packers are going to be in one. The reason that one's on tap is because the Packers, if they lose, it's gonna make it harder for them to make the playoffs. So it's a win-win for the Packers there. And the second game that we have on tap, I believe is got it over here on this.
And then I forgot we're doing playoff breakdown. We're doing all that and that.
And so we're having a good day tomorrow. All right, so we got Green Bay at Chicago. We got Tennessee at the Jets. Jets taking that loss, putting them at 10-3. They cannot afford to lose this game, so that's gonna be a game of the week. And then we got the Colts and the Saints. Saints cannot afford a loss, or they might be out of the playoffs. So those 3 games are gonna be on tap. There was one game that we wanted to put on there, but we didn't. Let me find out which game that was. Hold on. It may get added pretty soon.
So real life work. Real life work. But yeah, tomorrow we don't do the playoff breakdowns and stuff like that. So that's gonna be great.
Yeah, the other game that we wanted to throw up there was the Browns and the Bills. Because the Browns are 6-8 right now, they can sneak into the playoffs. So we may do that one as well as a bonus game. But those are the 3 official games, and then potentially, depending on whatever time they can play, we'll get them set up on the game of the week.
Perfect.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that follow button or subscribe button. If you can, share the video. Let people know that we're doing these. That'll give us more exposure, essentially more users. Like we do have two new leagues now. So we have the league that we're currently in, and we got the Sim League. So we're trying to build our community all the way up, and it all starts with you guys. So Coach Line, thank you for coming in, giving us an hour and change of your life.
No problem.
And we'll leave you guys until tomorrow. Same time, same channel. We'll be kicking off at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys. Thank you.